Support. Which one do I pick? Fuck it. Looks like we're going meta. This is the Heroes of the Storm Heroic Spotlight, and today we're looking at Malfurion, the Prophet of Cenarius.
I'm an archdruid, not a prophet. Get your lore straight.
Oh, sorry? Are you ready to step up, to take your game to the next level? Are you ready to get good? Then pick up Malfurion and get ready to wreck. He has heals, he has roots, he has scouts, he even has a silence at no extra charge. What more do you want from this guy? Okay, Blizzard. Seriously? How the fuck do you want us to win this? Malfurion's D is Innervate. You know, I want to point out that 3 different times I almost wrote Malfurion's D is unnerving in my script. Why do you guys put up with me? It grants an allied hero 20% of their maximum mana over the next 5 seconds, as well as speeding up their ability cooldowns by 50%. That's just busted right there. Are you kidding me with this? I didn't even know about the cooldown reduction when I was playing this guy. I just kept spamming on my allies because I thought, oh hey, it has no mana cost. Why the hell not? But it cuts down their cooldowns too? What the hell? Oh, now I feel bad about not using it on Illidan here. He must have felt unloved. With the right team comp, this ability can really make a huge difference. It allows your assassins and specialists to rattle off their abilities so much faster, your warrior to get more aggressive. Hell, you can even make your other supports heal more if need be. If this ability has a downside, it's solely that you can't use it on yourself. I'm not even going to complain about the long cooldown because it is that good. Yeah, this is going about as well as I expected. Maybe if we had some damage. Your Q is Regrowth. You heal an allied target for a small amount of health, as well as an additional high amount over the next 15 seconds. Now that sounds like a long time, and it kinda is, but because of the initial burst healing, you put your target in a safe place while the extra healing catches up with them. Pair this with Innervate, and you have a killer healer in just 2 abilities. That's not even half his kit! You can stop right there and Malfurion would still be amazing! Alright, so here's where my confusion came in when I attempted to try out League of Legends some time ago. Heroes has a very clear-cut idea of what a support is supposed to be. You heal. If you don't heal, you provide shields which do the healing for you. Hell, most heroes can already have some kind of self-healing through talents. Just find a way to add to that, and you're a support. But in League, literally anyone can be any role. Do you have any idea how weird it is playing a support and grasping for a heal that you don't even have? Do you? Do you? Moonfire is Malfurion's W, and it's one of his main ways of dealing damage. When cast, it deals minor damage in a small radius and reveals enemies struck for 2 seconds. Now with a small mana cost and cooldown, you can safely spam this, but try to remember why you're here. You're the support. And let's take a look at what that means. You are there to give assistance. That doesn't mean you have to sit on your hands and do nothing but heal, but it is your job to assist in what your allies are doing. This means you shouldn't be so quick to toss out Moonfires willy-nilly, but rather hold on to it for stragglers who might be trying to flee after a fight. A lot of the time they'll take cover and brush to try and throw off pursuers, and that's where this ability can shine. Since it reveals your enemies, even ducking into cover won't shield them. And what's more, if you choose to spec for it, you can even use this ability to slow them down and allow your allies to secure the kill. So does this mean you should never abuse it? Of course not. Not every skirmish in a match will be the all-deciding fight. If you're pushing out some minions or helping with a camp, go crazy. As I said, this ability is dirt cheap to use. It's simply a point of remembering when the best time to be thrifty is, and when the best time to go nuts is. You know, it's kinda weird how even the kills are when they have us outgunned at literally every turn here. Ah, crap. Okay, so can I just take a minute here and ask about his design? Like, I know Malfurion has looked the same since, what, Warcraft 3? I know I've seen him in WoW before, but what is even going on with this guy? He's a night elf, right? What's with the feathers and the giant stag horns? Hold on, I gotta look into this. Oh, he's a druid. So, wait, that's a permanent thing then? He's turning into a freaking Birdman. Malfurion's E is Entangling Roots, and it does exactly what you'd expect with a name like that. If an enemy is hit by this ability, or wanders into it while it spreads, they're rooted in place for 1.25 seconds, and take some minor damage throughout the duration. See, it's odd, because nowhere does it state the delay between casting this and it actually rooting one, but it feels about a half a second or so. Now after his heal, this is Malfurion's most important ability. I know that's saying something after I raved about his passive, but it's true. Any kind of early game stun, or root, or hell even a slow, can be crucial when it comes down to team fighting, either in the early game or well into the end of the match. Since your job as a support is to augment and better your team, helping them isolate squishy targets can make an even bigger difference than healing them can. Sometimes. Just sometimes. Now, of course, there are ways to buff your roots, and if your team has a secondary healer, this is actually something I would look into. You can increase its radius, or its damage. There's even a talent that spawns a little tree. Look at it! Little tree! It's so cute. Of course, like with a lot of other heroes, Malfurion does have those quintessential needed talents. The ones that you just about always want to take. He's one of the heroes with access to Scouting Drone, and that is always a good thing. Don't fall into the beginner's trap of thinking that it's only needed to combat stealth. Vision is fucking important. If you're about to contest an objective and haven't seen the enemy yet, you need to know where they're going to be before they're on top of you. If you move to split push and soak experience from lanes, you want to know if you're about to get ganked. Vision is important. But what if someone else has drones? Check out Moonburn, it speeds up camps. The other big decider is Cleanse, and I'll be the first to admit I am terrible with this ability. It is so good and can absolutely save your teammates in a pinch, but damned if I don't keep trying to use it on myself. Every single time I forget that it's right there in the talent that I can't do that. It allows you to make another ally unstoppable for 1 second, completely shutting off any and all CC they might be under. Now, as I said, if you're not me, this can be used to fantastic effect. But if you are... I mean, you can buff your E. Do people really take this over Cleanse? We're still going with this. Why are we still trying? So the interesting thing about Malfurion's heroics is how different they are. I don't think any other hero has more opposite choices for their ultimate abilities. The first is Tranquility. Malfurion begins to float around, passively healing his allies over the course of 10 seconds. This ability really shines if you find yourself wishing for something stronger than Regrowth to get the job done. The sheer amount of healing you provide, as well as the generous radius it offers, makes team fighting within it far easier. Though, it does practically guarantee you'll be the main focus of enemy attacks in CC. Then again, you are the support. They should be doing that already. Now when I first started Heroes, this was the heroic to take. You were an idiot if you didn't. I guess it made sense when this was a simpler game. You're the healer. Why wouldn't you take the healing ability? But lately, well, let's just say it seems like times have changed. Twilight Dream is Malfurion's second heroic, and if you've been following any of the bigger matches, or Heroes of the Dorm, or really anything meta, then you know it's all about this one. After a short delay, Malfurion deals moderate damage in an area around him, and silences enemies for 3 seconds. You also passively gain a small boost to your mana regeneration, but that's not what we're here for. Holy hell, when did this ability get so good? Back when I started playing, nobody fucking picked this, and now you're a total scrub if you don't. I have no idea when this got the buff to make it the end-all be-all meta pick, but it definitely delivers. The silence is amazing, allowing you to clean up during team fights since you've effectively removed any ability they have to escape. And the damage? Well, it's not as high as some other heroics, but it is deceptively strong. No one expects this kind of damage from a support. Now the drawback is this. It centers around Malfurion himself, so unlike Sylvanas with Wailing Arrow, you can't just fling it into the middle of the enemy team. But that aside, this heroic beats out his other in just about every way. The only time I'd consider going against the grain and taking Tranquility would be if you're up against a ton of auto-attackers who don't really need their skills to deal a shit ton of damage. That, or if you're just flat out not healing enough to keep your team alive in the first place. But beyond that, stick to Twilight Dream. It really is amazing. So with such an amazing kit, does he have any drawbacks? Well, yes actually. He doesn't really have any means of escape unless you take Bolt at level 20, or you can land a sick root at the right time. And despite how versatile a healer he is, he still needs the right comp to follow up for a kill. His biggest drawback though, well, Malfurion is boring. I'm sorry, but he is. Like, don't get me wrong, he's great, but he's been in the game since its creation and it shows. Even with all the buffs and changes he's been through, he just feels the same as always. A very safe, ordinary character. Now that might turn some people away from playing him, but honestly, the results speak for themselves. No fucking way. They fixed the matchmaking! Hey everyone, thank you so much for checking out Malfurion Spotlight. If you like this video, do me a favor and share it around. Leave me a comment, that whole thing. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter or Facebook for more updates. I usually post ahead of time on the progress of Spotlights or whatever else I'm working on, so it's a good way to stay updated. I want to give a shout out to the people in the Heroes of the Storm community on Facebook, and yes, that's really the name of it, for being an awesome bunch of people and very welcoming to a newcomer like me. You guys rock. As always, if you have a suggestion for which hero to feature next, let me know in the comments below. Now that we've covered all 4 class types, all bets are off. The next one could be anyone. So stay tuned, and as always, see you in the Nexus.